जैसे सच में रहूं रजाई दे बुझाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई जैसे सच में रहूं रजाई दे वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Good morning. This is Shivpreet Singh from San Ramon, California. It's a beautiful morning here. It was a little wet outside. I was remembering this Saturday, I'm going to play for you a recording of a video that we recorded with the meditation group a couple of days ago. It's a discussion of this Shabad, Tere Gun Gama De Bujhai, but we put an emphasis on the word Bujhai. What is the meaning of this word Bujhai? That's what we'll go through. And what's special about this session was I was also able to get Shivpreet ji. Gurpreet Paji is amazing Dilruba player. He was in the session and he played for us. And we discussed Rag Bilawal. Then we go through each line of the Shabad. So I'll play that recording for you. It's about 40 minutes around that time. And right after that, I'll come on and read your comments, take your questions, take any suggestions. The next meditation session will be tonight, actually. So if you're in part of the meditation group, keep an eye out for an email. You will get that. If you're not part of the meditation group, send me an email or mention it here, and we'll try to get you on. But that's it. I will now play the recording. I will be on listening myself, and at the end of these 40-45 minutes, I will come on and take any final questions. So here we go. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome everyone. We're going to be discussing and meditating upon Guru Nanak's Tere Gun Gawa De Bujhai. I also have my wonderful brother, Singh ji here. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh, Bhai Sahab. He, as you know, played along with me this Shabad. He actually called me one day. He said, "Paji, मैं आ रहे हैं आज." मैं क्या, मैं तो आज कोई तैयारी है नहीं, लेकिन तुसी आ जाओ, कुछ भी कर लांगे आपां. And that's when we recorded a few Shabads. This was one of the Shabads. This is Rag Bilawal. This is the Rag of the morning. Someone has beautifully said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I generally say a Rag is worth 1,000 videos, because each Rag plays different videos in your mind. And the Rag here is playing this video of a bride waking up, Bilawal, because it's a morning time Rag, and becoming blissful. Bilawal is becoming blissful. Bilawal also has to do with tears and moistness. Bilawan also means crying. So there are a lot of shabads in this rag, and before I sing a few of those, I'll ask, because Gurpreet ji is here, why don't we start with an alap in Rag Bilawal? We'll listen to something from Gurpreet Baji. Wow, wow, wow. Anand, Anand. When I start listening to Gurpreet Paji, I don't want him to stop. It is so beautiful. Uh, One, this instrument is so beautiful, and second, he's really a master of it. And when you talk to him, his humility is amazing. So I'm very honored that he's here today. The one bandish that we always hear in Bilawal, the traditional one, ga re ma ga re ni sa pa re ga ma pa ma ga. सिमर मना राम नाम चितारे सिमर मना राम नाम चितारे बस रहे हृदय गुर चरण प्यारे बस रहे हृदय गुर चरण प्यारे सिमर मना राम नाम चितारे. So in this rag, all the notes are shuddh. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. But the chalan is ga re ga ma re pa da ni sa dha pa ga ma re sa ni sa re ga ma pa re pa ni da ni sa dha pa ga ma re. So we'll see that sa dha pa ga ma re many times in Rag Bilawal. So one old bandish by by Singh ji, beautiful bandish. धीरों देख तुम्हारे रंगा धीरों देख तुम्हारे रंगा. So this is also Bilawal. The Bilawal that we played today and that I normally play is really the old kind of Bilawal. Gurpreet Paji has learned music under Gurmat Sangeet legend, Dr. Gurnam Singh. So if you read Dr. Gurnam Singh's treatise on Rag Bilawal, it's really very different from the Rag Bilawal which is normally played in the Indian classical circles. In the Indian classical circles, what is played is Rag Alhaiya Bilawal, which includes Ni Komal. Gama pada ni sa da ni pa gama re sa pa na 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 na. And Alhaiya Bilawal is how by Samun Singh ji composed the Shabad. जैसे सच में रहो रजाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई जैसे सच में रहो रजाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई. So I've tried to keep it to the old kind of Bilawal which I believe Guru Nanak would have sung. Gurpreet Paji, if you can maybe play a couple of bandishes that you know in Bilawal.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੰਦਸ਼ੀ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਉਹੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ. ਇੱਕ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਗੁਰਨਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਬੰਦਿਸ਼ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਵਜਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦਾ।
Beautiful, beautiful. One of my older Bilawal shabads. Charana kamal prabh ke nit dhyav, kavan sumat jit प्रीतम पावो, चरण कमल प्रभ के नित ध्यावो, कवन सुमत जित प्रीतम पावो. This is also Bilawal. बिनड़ी रैन भली दिनस सुहाए राम, निज घर सोतड़िए पिरम जगाए राम. This is also Bilawal. So this Bilawal talks about Nij ghar sutadiye, when you're sleeping in your house. Piram jagaye Ram. Love wakes you up. Bilawal is a morning rag. It has the connotations of waking up. And that's why one of the words I really liked in this Shabad, Tere gun gawa de bujhai. The word here that I repeat as a meditation, de bujhai, de bujhai, de bujhai, tere gun gawa de bujhai, jaise sach mein rahun rajai. Bujhai comes from the Sanskrit word buj. Buj, of course, means understanding. Asi evi kehande samajh buj. Buj is also used as something that like solving. Bujharat is a riddle, a puzzle, and an enigma, right? And paheli jisnu kehne asi, paheli ek bujharat hai. Buj is to decipher the mystery, and that's why I loved translating this word buj as demystify, because it's more about perception and perceiving the unperceivable. Perceiving the magic. Demystifying the night. And as I think about it, I'm reminded of a beautiful poem by Whitman. He says,
heard
when
the
I
learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, how soon, unaccountable, I became tired and sick. Till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical, moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. Let's think about demystifying this universe as we listen to these words. Tere gun gawa de bujhai. Tere gun gawa de bujhai. Tere gun gawa de bujhai. तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई जैसे सच में रहूं रजाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई जैसे सच में रहूं रजाई दे बुझाई दे बुझाई दे बुझाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई जैसे सच में रहूं रजाई दे बुझाई तेरे गुण गावा दे बुझाई. Let me sing. Let me sing in the realm of shadows, in the depths of night, where the mystery dwells. Let me sing. Let me sing this song, which is a quest for truth, a song that will merge me with truth. Let me sing a song that is a quest. Let me sing this quest that every heartbeat tells about the mystery that dwells. Let me sing. Let me only be quiet so I can listen, so I can listen to the stars. And as the sun rises, I listen to the sunrise. And I can demystify the enigma. What is arcane? So I can unravel the secrets. I sing again. Tere gun gawa de bujhai. Jaise sach mein rahun rajai. Let me sing so I become the truth, so I merge into the truth. Sultan kahan ho miya, tu sultan kahan ho miya, teri kavan vadai. जो तू दे सो कहाँ स्वामी, जो तू दे सो कहाँ स्वामी, मैं मूर्ख कहण ना जाई. तू सुल्तान कहाँ हो मियाँ. You are a sultan, you are a king, the king of kings, and all I can do is call you Mr. Mia, Mia ji. This line always reminds me of an incident. During a journey, I was visiting my family in India, and along with me in the car was my father-in-law, who was a distinguished general in the Indian Army. And he was with us in the car, and there was a driver who was driving. we encountered a very humorous twist. When a security guard who was guarding an area he halted us. He said, "Where are you going? Don't you know this is a special area and blah blah blah, you need permission?" And now the driver, he didn't really, he had a nuanced understanding of the military ranks. He took the opportunity to scold this guard. He said, "Don't you know we have Major Saab sitting here?" Oh, he is a general, and he was calling him Major Saab. So we all started laughing कि इन्हों पता ही नहीं कि जनरल साहब बैठे ने, तू उन्होंने बुला रहे हैं मेजर. लेकिन that's all he knew. That's all he knew. He said he's from the army, he's probably some big major. When in fact he was a general, and we all started laughing. But in this fleeting moment, it became apparent that just like the driver misinterpreted the military hierarchy, we have no clue what the divine is. We have no clue what the reach of the divine is. We can only attempt to understand a little bit of the mystery of the divine.
जो किछ होआ सब किछ तुझ ते, सब किछ तुझ ते, सब किछ तुझ ते. जो किछ होआ सब किछ तुझ ते, तेरी सब असनाई. तेरी सब असनाई. तेरा अंत न जाना मेरे साहिब, तेरा अंत न जाना मेरे साहिब. मैं अंधले क्या चतुराई.
It was actually day before yesterday, my wife and my kid came back from India, and I helped them pick up the luggage. Even though I must confess, and because she will be listening to this, my wife is a lot more stronger than me, so she picked up the heaviest luggage. It was 70 pounds. I helped her a little bit, but the 50-pounder, I could do it. I helped that. You know, there were other small luggages, and my 9-year-old, she picked up the 10-pounder. So we can pick up what we can. But think about this, 13 septillion pounds. That's the weight of the earth. How heavy this earth is. And that's just the beginning. It's a speck in this universe, the smallest speck in this universe. The earth is 13 septillion pounds. And then the sun is 330,000 times bigger than the earth. We are so minuscule to what the universe is doing, right? The earth is going around the sun. The sun appears to be rising. Isn't it magical? What beautiful mystery there is. What you do is so big and humongous and mysterious. Jo kich hua, sab kich tujhte. We think we are picking up the luggage, but Vaheguru, the Anant, is picking up the sun, and the sun rises every morning. Every morning is a miracle. And that miracle is what's reminding us to think of the mystical elements. There's a mystery in every morning. Every morning the sun goes up. You know, when we pick up luggage, we get tired. We'll pick one bag, a second bag, a third bag, and then we need rest. But without any rest, the sun and the earth are moving. The earth's going around and around without any rest. And Guru Nanak says, Jevad aap, tewad teri daat, jin din karke kiti raat. We are doing these little things and we are so proud. I've done this, I've done that. But look at the universe. He does day and night every day. He gives us all these treasures every day. Don't we get everything that we get on this earth? Our sustenance belongs, it happens because we have the sun. He is as big as he is doing. My little daughter is 9 years. She can pick up 10 pounds. I can pick up 50. With my help, my wife can pick up 70. But the universe, Guru Sahib, Vaheguru, picks up everything. Jo kuch hua, sab kuch tujhte, sab teri asnai. And asnai is a beautiful, beautiful word. I looked through the translations for asnai, and there are multiple definitions of asnai. Asnai can come from the word sneh. Sneh meaning love. Sab teri asnai, everything is your love. Or it could come from the Persian word ashna. Sab teri asnai, everything is your ashna. But in this case, the word asnai comes from sana. It is an Arabic word. Guru Nanak uses the Arabic word sana. It means your radiance. One of the two meanings of sana is radiance. Sab teri asnai. Tera na jana mere sahib. Main andhle kya chaturai. I am blind. Again, we are going back to the meditation that we were doing on Jyot, on the light, on the radiance. The beautiful part here is to recognize the radiance. And if you think about radiance, I'm reminded of a poem. And of course, asnai, I think Guru Nanak implies radiance from it. Vaheguru's radiance. If you want to live in the house of God, if you want to be in the presence of God, you have to understand what He would want from you. Does He want rent? Let's read a poem by Jane Cooper. This was a US poet from Atlantic City. She wrote a poem called Rent. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. It's called Rent. She says, if you want my apartment, sleep in it. But let's have a clear understanding. The books are still free agents. If the rocking chair's arms surround you, they can also let you go. They can shape the air like a body. I don't want your rent. I want a radiance of attention, like the candle's flame when we eat. I mean a kind of awe attending the spaces between us. Not a roof, but a field of stars. A radiance of attention is what is being asked for. A radiance of attention. Words cannot explain. Words are incapable of describing this radiance.
क्या हो कथी कथे कथ देखा क्या हो कथी कथे कथ देखा मैं अकथ न कथ ना जाई जो तुध भावे सोई आखा जो तुध भावे सोई आखा दिल तेरी वड्याई दे बुझाई जो तुध भावे सोई आखा दिल तेरी वड्याई
I can only say the tiniest bit of your greatness. And in the end, Guru Nanak sings,
एते कूकर हो बेगाना भौका इस तन ताई भगत हीन नानक जे होएगा तां कस में नाव न जाई दे बुझाई
Ete kukar ho begana. Among so many dogs, he says, I place myself in the line of these dogs. But I'm in danger because these dogs are after me. I'm an outsider for these dogs. Begana, outsider. Ete kukar, there's so many dogs. In other poems, he has described how dogs really are the dogs of greed. So the greed is after me, it's trying to get me. And the difference between your name and me is greed. That's why demystifying the name Satnam requires for you to understand, to let go of your greed. The point of this Shabad is, if you want to understand the truth, if you want to understand your true essence, you have to understand to let go of your greed. An interesting thing happened last week, and I'll post a video of this. I don't have it today, but I'll try to post it later. I was singing one of these shabads right outside here in my front yard, and suddenly some owls. We have a white owl that lives in the palm tree that's right next to my casita here, right outside the window on the other side, and they've laid eggs. So there are some owl kids here, and they started singing with me. They were beautiful. I have the recording of it, so I'll post it at some point. And they were singing, and I was enjoying. I kept singing. It was Guru Nanak's Rag Bilawal, and it was a night time. I was singing. It was an awakening in the night. I was singing like it was morning. And while I'm singing the second antara, my dog started barking from inside. We have a dog, and Gurpreet Paji, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ dog ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ ਹੈ. ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ. So the dog started barking. I'm singing and the dog started barking. The owls are also singing. ਇੰਨੀ ਕਰਕਸ਼ ਲੱਗੀ ਨਾ ਆਵਾਜ਼. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਗਾ ਰਿਹਾ. ਇਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਗਾਣਾ. ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਆਊਲਸ ਆਪਣਾ ਗਾ ਰਹੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਗਾ ਰਿਹਾ. ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਾਣ ਲੱਗੇ. ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆਈ ਇਸ ਲਾਈਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਏਤੇ ਕੂਕਰ ਹੋਂ ਬੇਗਾਨਾ. ਗਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਨਾ ਸਾਰੇ the singers in the world, they are the sweetest singers. ਬਹੁਤ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਗਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ. And there are some that don't sing sweet. When you hear them, it feels like something wrong is happening. They're not singing, they're barking. They're barking. And unfortunately, Guru Nanak says this. He says there is not one or a few of these, there are many. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੂਕਰ ਬੜੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਰੀ ਭੌਂਕਦੇ ਪਏ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਰ, but the beautiful way of Guru Nanak telling people that they're somewhat lower, ਨੀਚਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਨੀਚਾ, but then he puts himself behind them. He says, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਕੁੱਕਰ ਨੇ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਕੁੱਕਰ ਹਾਂ, ਹੋ ਬੇਗਾਨਾ ਭੌਂਕਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਨ ਤਾਈਂ। I am also greedy. For this body, I am also barking. How beautiful and the humility of Guru Nanak in ending and saying, you are a mystery and I am as good as any of these other dogs who are barking, but I know what I am barking for is you. What I am barking for you is you, because if I didn't have devotion, Bhagat heen Nanak je hoega. If I am without any devotion, ta khasme nao na jai. ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਜਾਈ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ? ਖਸਮੇ ਨਾਓ ਨਾ ਜਾਈ। And then I've read many meanings of this word. Jai can mean two things. Most translators have called it to go, jana. Khasme nao na jai. And if you read, one of the translations says, without devotional worship, O Nanak, even so, still my master's name does not leave me. Janda nahi hai. And there are some other translations that say, if I have bhakti, then it always goes away. So there is a mix-up on the translations. But I think the meaning of jai here has to do with janana, to understand. Paji, don't you think? ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ, this is about ਦੇ ਬੁਝਾਈ ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਖਸਮ ਹੈ ਨਾਉ ਨਾ ਜਾਈ, ਮਤਲਬ ਖਸਮ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਜਾਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕੇਗਾ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭਗਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗੀ. If you don't understand devotion, you will not understand the name. So, one of the words that we discussed today was bujhai. Bujhai, ek ta meaning ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ the meaning of bujhai is to understand. There is another meaning of bujhai, and let me just sing this shabad quickly, and in the end we'll cover the meanings.
Kavan gun pranpat milo meri maya, milo meri maya, milo meri maya. Kavan gun pranpat milo meri maya. रूपहीन बुध बलहीन मोए परदेसन दूर ते आई, दूर ते आई, दूर ते आई. मोए परदेसन दूर ते आई, कवन गुण प्राणपत मिलो मेरी माए. परदेसन दूर ते आए, कवन गुण प्राणपत मिलो मेरी माए. ना इन दरब न जो बन माती, ना इन दरब जो बन माती. मोहे अनाथ की करो समाही, मोहे अनाथ की करो समाए, मोहे अनाथ की करो समाए, करो समाई मिलो मेरी माय, कवन गुण प्राणपत मिलो मेरी माय। खोजत खोजत भई बैरागना, खोजत खोजत भई बैरागन, प्रभु दर्शन को हो फिरत तिसाई, प्रभु दर्शन को हो फिरत तिसाई, प्रभु दर्शन को हो फिरत तिसाई मिलो मेरी माई, फिरत तिसाई मिलो मेरी माई, मिलो मेरी माई, और फिरत तिसाई मिलो मेरी माई। दीन दयाल कृपाल प्रभु नानक, दीन दयाल कृपाल प्रभु नानक, साध संग मेरी जलन बुझाई, साध संग मेरी जलन बुझाई, मेरी जलन बुझाई, मेरी जलन बुझाई मिलो मेरी माई, जलन बुझाई, जलन बुझाई मेरी जलन बुझाई। So this is the second meaning of बुझाई, जलन बुझाई, जलन बुझ गई, साध संग मेरी जलन बुझाई। When I came into the Sadh Sangat, the fire of desire has been quenched. How beautiful that the quenching of the fire of the desire is also the same word as bujhai, as understanding. Sadh sang bujhai, So that was a recording from a couple of days ago from the meditation group. We spent a little more time doing fun stuff, and we're gonna stop here. Take any final questions if you have them. Otherwise, I'm going to see all of you next week at the same time on Saturday. Who knows what we will be doing, but for the meditation group, there will be a session later today or tonight because I'm doing a kirtan tomorrow, and I'm going to be meditating upon the shabads that I'm going to be singing tomorrow. So I'll be live from the studio. It will mostly be singing, not necessarily talking in the meditation session tonight. So if you want to join, just send an email, and I'll try to add you to the list. This is my email, shivpreetsingh@live.com. You'd have to send me this email. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose the comments here. I know there are some folks who are sending their emails on in the comments. I'm not going to be not going to be able to get all the comments, all the emails from the comments. So please send those. Send me an email, and I'll try to add you to the list. The meditation group is really a meditation group for your own meditation. What I do is I share what I'm meditating upon, and there's no schedule or because I believe the kind of meditation that I do is beyond schedule. The meditation does not stop. But I do meditate on one Shabad, maybe even just one word. What we did today was sort of my meditation on Bujhai. So we took this one Shabad and we did the meditation on Bujhai. And perhaps as we leave, I'll sing a few lines from this Shabad. De bujhai, de bujhai, de bujhai, tere gun gavan de Avinash ji is saying, can you please take a few Shabads and only sing? Yes, that's what we will be doing tonight. I have to remind people that the meditation that I do is the meditation that I've learned from Guru Nanak. And he says, Gaviye suniye man rakhiye bhav. And over time, I've recognized that most of the meditation is listening actually. Gaviye, but you can only sing beautiful if you listen. So what I do is I sing and then I listen. And oftentimes I'm listening to myself, whatever I've recorded. I'm trying to improve upon it. And at some point, I feel like the Guru is singing and I'm just listening. That's when the bhav comes in. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye bhav. And when that bhav comes in, that's when the magic happens. And that's when the ghar par har sukh ghar le jaye. Dukh par har sukh ghar le jaye. That's what Guru Nanak says. And then all the sorrows are vanquished, and you have this immense peace. That's why I do the singing. And that's why I do the talking, because I have to, through translating it for myself, understand what the Shabad is. So bear with me for all the talking that I do. But it's part of my meditation. It's the Gaviye, Suniye, Man Rakhiye Bhav, a combination of all of that. Shobhaji, wonderful to have you here. Avinash ji, that is true as well. Wonderful to have all of you here. I'm gonna. I really like this comment from Gautam ji, because he touched the essence of what dhyan is, bhakti. He's saying आपके शब्द सुनना भगवान के ध्यान भक्ति प्रेम का सुंदर समन्वय है. So he's talking about this bhakti, and Guru Nanak was talking about bhakti, and a really wonderful comment I recognized from Louise today. She says, dogs could be greedy, but they're also devoted, and so I came up with the greedily devoted. Um, we really and Guru Nanak says, I am a dog, bhauka istantai, and then in the right in the line right after that, he mentions bhagat-heen nanak je hoega. If I am not devoted like a dog, if I am not as greedy for your name like a dog, bhagat-heen nanak je hoega, te how main, then I won't know. I won't get to the name. And apparently, I was also having fun with this, but I said now na jai, and jai could mean going or knowing, but there's one word that actually connects them both, just like jai in English, and that's get. You can get to somewhere, or you can get some wisdom. And so jai has a similar connotation, both meanings. This was a beautiful comment. Yes, we talked about mysteries, de bujhai, and that's why I love the fact that uh, Guru Nanak uses the word bujhai, because it really is a mystery, and we have to constantly pray and meditate to understand the mystery. And we talked about a couple of poems. One of them was by Jane Cooper, and she uses the word radiance of attention. I really like that as well. It's the attention, it's the bhakti, it's the greedy devotion that creates that creates this phenomena of I want to hear, I want to listen with the bhav, and that is attention. I'm a seeker of attention. All are seekers. We are seekers of this attention. We are seeking the attention. We are being attentive to the one. We are being attentive to ourselves, and that attention creates this radiance around us. So it's a beautiful phrase, and I'd love to be using it again. So yeah, Deepika, good catch there. Well, anyhow, it's been a pleasure having all of you here and learning from all of you through this session. A couple of new things I learned. And we'll end with this comment. Balbero ji is saying, since listening to the Aarti, I feel the same the sense of mystery, like only a minuscule of the reality. Thank you for the insight. So we'll end here. Maybe I'll sing a couple of lines from the Aarti, and we'll drop off from there. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.